Hi, Wildcats. Happy Wellness Wednesday. Don't forget to be thinking about the intention of how you want to be today. Um, I wanted to talk to you about Black History Month. February is Black History Month, and I have some resources for you so that you can celebrate Black excellence. And I gotta be transparent with you guys. I don't. I feel really uncomfortable that I'm the white lady telling the school of a majority of people of color, right? Majority Latinx students at our school, that I'm here telling you to celebrate Black History Month. It just feels weird, and I don't have all the tools on how to make it not feel weird. But I know that there's all this kind of healing that has to happen. I know that as a white person, I have so much responsibility to help the healing process. And I know, like, as a teacher and an educator, I have an even bigger responsibility. So I put a couple pieces of things together for you to see the history of Black History Month. Thank you for letting me be honest with you, by the way. And then also an editor's sort of critical view, 1 minute, of saying that why it's so important, especially now, to be celebrating Black History Month. And then I also have a bunch of resources from here, from PBS, where every day you can learn about more and celebrate more Black Americans that have done wonderful things in our country. And, even as a history teacher, we celebrate Black history and the history of different types of Americans as much as possible in our history classes here at Watsonville High School. But we could do it more. And there's many schools and places where they don't do it at all. They just teach what is right there in the textbook. And we know who wrote the textbook. Most of the people, almost, I would say, I don't know the data, but I would say probably 99.9% of the people who wrote the history textbooks are white people. And so you'll see, you may have noticed some of your history might not be in there. And lots of African American history is not in there. And so we're mindful about how we learn about each other so that we can heal and share with each other. Here is, I'll just invite this quote in. Dr. Martin Luther King: "We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now." So I think I've already talked too much. I want you to be able to get to those resources. They're going to be in your Google Classroom. They're also, hopefully your teachers will share them with you. And we celebrate excellence in Americans. And this month we're having a big focus on African Americans. So you guys, let's get our learn on, let's get our heal on, and roar.
This Black History Month is just a little bit different because we can see everybody can see really clearly history coming full circle and history repeating itself, and how a lot of the chaotic moments that we would associate with the late 1960s are here before us once again. Sure enough, Dr. Martin Luther King's very last book in 1967 was titled, Where Do We Go From Here, Chaos or Community? And I'm like, that's perfect, because that is exactly the question that we're contemplating now. We need to move forward, and we need to move forward with a new sensibility. We need to look very critically at every place that we've been last year, where we stand with race relations, with inequities in terms of income, and as Isabel Wilkerson would have it, a caste system that we've been carrying forward for 400 years. So we need to not think in terms of, oh, let's get back to normal, because normal, as defined by people in this country last year, normal did not work for African Americans. It more than likely did not work for Latino Americans, Asian Americans, and anyone else who was a person of color.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
All Americans need to go forward with a sense of, we're not going back to something that did not work for everybody. And we collectively as Americans need to go forward with a sense that we're all in it together. We can't go forward unless we are together. And everybody has a role and everybody has a piece in what we are trying to now recreate and make better.